Hey there guys, and welcome back. Here we have a ball. As the name of the stream and the description might have tipped you off, and if you've been watching or at least noticing the thumbnails on my previous couple of videos for LiteLike, I've started making models for LiteLike thumbnails at the very least. And there's basically two things going on here. One, I figured this one, the space station, I just kind of chucked together really quick, and I didn't think that it was going to be nearly as much, take me as long as it did. Had I realized that, I probably would have streamed this one as well. But then we got something like this, which was the mech, which I started to do, and this is just the foot right here. But in between these two, I wasn't really sure whether or not I'd be streaming this stuff or I'd just be doing it on the side. And the reason I'm not further with the mech is because I'm still undecided with the mech. But I figured, you know what? At the very least, with the Scout Bot, we can do that on stream. Now, the bigger problem with the Scout Bot is that I don't really have a terribly concrete idea of what the theme of LiteLike is in terms of visual thematics. And therefore, I don't have a good idea of what it should look like. I spent the last 5 minutes before the stream. Prior to that, I was coding for LiteLike. But 5 minutes before the stream, I went ahead and started thinking about it. And the biggest issue here with Scout Bots are that they kind of need to be all-terrain vehicles in a way. Now, if they just plain fly, if flying is all they do, then probably you can get away with that on most any planet. Obviously, if you have a high density planet with a large gravitational force, then that would certainly be more difficult for this flying Scout Bots. So it's one of these things where, in theory, legs, honestly, and that it's, legs kind of help a lot, I'm thinking. So, for example, and by legs I mean just appendages in general. So long as you have a multi-use appendage, or appendages, then A, you can travel basically any terrain, and B, so let's say you're on ground, obviously you're walking. Underwater, you can use your multi-purpose appendage to swim. You can have boosters in the bottom of them, which goes for the same for flight, obviously. So if you need to fly, have boosters in the bottom of your legs, so to say. So I kind of feel like these guys should have legs. It's just that I kind of wanted to make a kind of ball shaped thing, and legs kind of look funny. I mean, sorry Mike Wazowski, but legs kind of look funny coming off a ball shaped object is the only place I'm at. I guess Bob and then the portal robots, right? The portal robots were round and had legs, but that's where I'm a little bit stuck at the moment, which is why I'm introing and stalling for time. One other thing to mention, well, I guess multiple things to mention, because I have been doing LiteLike streams all this week, and I try to keep any extra information out of that. Obviously, I did have a busy week because I did not have another LiteLike video last night, which would have been on schedule. But beyond that, we will be doing many streams this weekend at any rate. I have printed a second flight stick, which I'm just troubleshooting the PCB joystick, because previously the PCB joystick, I noticed that it was getting stuck in all the directions, right? And I figured that's because I made the spring way too big for the PCB. I made it about the length of the normal sized joystick, and the normal sized joystick is a lot higher up. It's a lot less compact than the PCB joystick, and therefore I could have a larger spring. So I made a much smaller spring for the PCB joystick, and it's still getting stuck, so I still need to troubleshoot that. But point of all this is that now that I have two flight sticks, I can start playing twin shooters, which was something that I said way back when we started. Doing the arcade prototype rig. I said I think that twin shooters would be really fun to play on the prototype rig. So we are now at that point. We can now play twin shooters, and I have one picked out, and we'll hopefully be streaming that, I think, tomorrow. Today is going to be, I'm looking at this stream, and then I'm going to get in another hour of LiteLike after lunch, and that will give me my second hour because I did one before lunch. So we'll do a LiteLike stream before dinner, because in the afternoon, in between lunch and dinner, I have some stuff going on and can't stream. But we can do a half an hour stream right before dinner to cover the changes in LiteLike. And then after dinner, I have a new Dremel. And by new Dremel, I mean it's not new at all. It's used from an auction, but it's in good working order. And I got it for super cheap off the auction. So I have a Dremel. I want to do a Dremel press is what I'm thinking. A press stand kind of deal. I want to design one of those for it. So that is where we're at right now for streams, and I guess I can't really stall much longer on this stupid ball, so I guess we'll move forward. I'm gonna adjust my mic really quick, 1 second. It's drifted down a little bit. There we go. Either that or I sat up, I'm not sure which. The one other thing I can stall with here on the body is one thing I was thinking about that would be interesting as a detail on it. And I guess along those lines, sorry, give me half second. Along those lines, obviously this is all just in CAD. It's, again, I have not really gotten into meshes yet, modifying and doing artistic stuff with meshes. I would like to do that at some point and remodify this stuff, the mech, the scout bots, the spaceship, to be much more interesting looking rather than being solid bodies. So that is intended for the future, but for now everything will be solid bodies, and I can make changes for it in the thumbnail, you know, just modify it by drawing on it. So that is the plan for right now. But the feature that I wanted to add, and the reason why I just had to add that size in there, because body size divided by 2 minus let's say 10, there we go. The feature I wanted to add on here that I thought was a pretty interesting idea is in radio / Bluetooth. Well, I mean, Bluetooth is radio, but a radio, our modern style of radio antenna is what I'm trying to say here. And I just realized that was all on the main so let's redo that. So the squiggly kind of wire antenna is what I'm looking at here. 2 minus 10. Thought that'd be a pretty interesting, different take on antennas. A lot of times when you see antennas on bots, they're, you know, full straight, stick up in the air antennas. But I thought that this compact PCB style antenna would be much more interesting. Top of body. And this is another thing I'm trying to start to do, and I don't know whether or not to do it on stream or not, just because it's one more step, and I'm realizing the more steps that I take here, the longer it takes. But it does make my life easier when I go back to edit things, when I go back to redesign things, to I guess I'll call this lobotomy, to figure out what the heck it was, because sometimes Fusion screws stuff up. So that I'm starting to name extrusions, whatnot, as well as the sketches and the bodies, obviously. And construction planes, etc., etc., etc. So I was thinking, there we go. Do this. I'm thinking about doing this all in lines, is how I'm thinking about doing this. And then coming back through with the pipe tool is the plan. And we'll get this all. I don't do these arcs via the too often. And chances are all these are all sorts of foobarred. So we're gonna have to fix that. So whoops. Don't double click. Let's turn this body off so we can actually see what we're doing. Double click. There we go. And then equal signs. Do, 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 do. There we go. Just making everything regular. And this, how did, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to, it looks like, also define these. Huh, that's funny. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That should be 4 there, so. Are you not? You're equal. You are equal, so this should be a radius. Oh, I see. Okay. Equals and then tangent. That's what I need here. This needs to be tangent. There we go. Tangent. All right. And then we just need to get this lined up in center. That, I don't really want to have that there just in case. We'll make that just guaranteed. And midpointed on the center line there. And let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So the way I have this drawn right now, that would be the center line. And I guess I'll just, or I guess, let's see. Is there anything I can click here? Nope. Okay. Let's undo that then and just draw the center line here. And then we will boop you up to there and center you up on the dots. Okay. Then we just got to determine what this is. 18 looks fine to me. And what else is off here? Oh, I guess that makes sense. So, actually, that one doesn't make sense. Did you just wiggle on me? No, you didn't. Okay. I thought this bottom line wiggled on me. So, let's get a center line there then. And there we go. Okay, that is not tangent. That is why. Okay. There we go. Took a little bit more than I expected, but we got her done. Finish. This is lobotomy and whoops, Control Z. Antennae. I don't know how to spell antennae. Multiple antenna. Half a second. Two ends. Antenna needs 2 ends. Okay. Cool. And now on to the pipe. And so I was gonna do pipe. Now here's the interesting thing. So a couple ways we can do this. When you have it on the PCB, it's technically a flat surface, right? And you just route around it is what you're actually doing. Yeah, I guess we can still do. All right, so one of those things. It's fun to do things a little bit differently every once in a while, rather. So yeah, I'll leave that at 2 just because that looks like a decent size. Hit OK. No, not okay. Not okay. I wanted to hit new body is what I wanted to hit. Do I want new body? No, actually, I probably want new component. Let's see. Actually, there's a couple different ways, right? Huh. Now I'm getting all sorts of ideas. We could do new body, so we could do new body and then route around it like I was talking about with an offset. That'd be an interesting idea. Yeah, I kind of like that idea rather than making a whole new component for it. Let's do that. Okay. So let's pipe this, pipe that, new body, and then come back over here to the top of body, intersect this body. Okay, and then do our offsets from here. Boop boop boo. 0.1. Nope. 0.5. There we go. Cool. So from there, then we can take that down a millimeter. And then we can remove this body. And this is antenna routing. There we go. And now we can color a face instead gold. There we go. I mean, technically it's copper, but copper just doesn't look nearly as good as gold is my only problem. I like gold better. Faces. There we go. Cool. So there's our little Wi-Fi antenna. Radio antenna, Bluetooth antenna, etc., etc., etc. Alright, so if we've decided that Scout Box need legs, let's see. Yeah, the biggest trick here is... So this is what I got right now. How big of legs is the biggest question. Because one of those things, the getting overtrain, the smaller your legs, the more difficult it is. Which is why it's almost better for this thing just to be a flying robot. Yeah, I think that's just where we're at. We're just a flying robot, and we're going to ignore the fact that it may have severe difficulties on highly dense planets. I think that's where we're at right now. So, now here's the next problem. I've got a sphere, right? And it's really difficult, so I want to put thrusters around here. I'm thinking about a tri-pattern thruster pattern going off the edges with positions, independently positionable thrusters, kind of ball-shaped thrusters. That's what I'm thinking about. And the problem that I'm running into here is that you can't do tangents on circles. If I try to do tangent right here, does not work. So, what I'm thinking is go here, minus body. We'll put it, let's see, do I like where that is at, where the antenna is at? Divide by 2 minus 10, plus 10, I guess. If I put it there, maybe plus 12, or plus 8 then in that case. There we go. Yeah, I guess probably right about there. So what I'm thinking is intersect the body. And then draw my triangle in here and go for... okay, fusion. You do that then. And go for the plane at angle is what I'm thinking. The other thing to point out is that I only need to make one of these, and then we can just circle pattern it around. So that's the other thing to consider. We are front here. So do I want that one in the back if we're at front right here? Nah, let's do the one right in front of us. And then 60 minus 60 minus 45. Yeah, I guess minus 45. And looking at how that intersects, am I unhappy with that? Do we need to come off a little bit? Actually, let's delete that. And then create a new component, I think, for the thruster. Yeah, and I'm thinking I'm just going to start drawing and see how it comes out. That's what I'm thinking. So, intersect the body. Turn off the body. So in theory, that's where our cone can start happening. We did take the line straight in front, straight horizontal with the x-axis. Rather coplanar with the x-axis, I guess. Not really coplanar, but parallel to the x-axis, which means that we can use the center line still. We still have access to the center line, and I'm actually thinking that may be better off to start off with, now that I'm thinking about it. So there's our front, and we can draw on center here our thruster. Again, I wanted kind of a spherical thruster, so we can get this in here, project out this stuff, and position the ball that way. So we're going to want to go perpendicular to that line, and the ball will be, I guess, project out. Do I project out the body, or do I project, do I intersect? I intersect. So how much of the ball do we want out? It should be past halfway. So we actually want to drag this in. Whoops, Control Z. There we go. Drag this in a bit more than halfway. Toss another line in here parallel to give me a reference point to go against. There and there. There we go. And we can just put that on that line now. Yep, there we go. So how far out do we want this? Oh, the other sketch is still up. That's why. There we go. Yeah, size is also a matter of question, but for right now, honestly, this distance here looks alright, so I guess 4.5. I feel like the ball's gonna fall out here, so I don't think I did that right. Unless... you know what? We'll just go with it. We'll run with it. Okay. So ball size 15. Yeah, that's all right. I'm happy with that. And then rather than use the actual circle thing because that's annoying, we will go ahead and use the revolve tool. Finish, revolve, revolve. Thank y'all. There, and okay. And we are thruster in a new body, so I'm happy with that. Let's do this really quick. And fix that. And then we can go ahead and let's see. I guess put a line through here and do it this way, or no. Let's see. How do I want to hollow this thing out? Cut it and hollow it out. Yeah, I guess putting another line in here is fine. Layout. There we go. Cool. And then another line in here like I was talking about. Make it parallel to that plane because that's the default plane for our thruster. Yeah, I feel like this plane is off, is my biggest issue. Or maybe not the plane, maybe this line right here. Let me see. I do want to be I do want the thruster perpendicular to this plane. That does make sense to me. Hey, you know what? I think we'll be fine. So, thruster diameter divided by 2, and then we modify it by some amount. Thruster diameter divided by 2 should be fine. Oh, well, okay, I guess it's not fine. No, that makes sense. So -3. There we go. There we go. And now we can toss another construction plane through that line. Whoops, not tangent. In an angle. through there. And 90. Cool. We'll decapitate this at this point. Distance all. And then shell it out. Okay, I guess that is one. Now I'm trying to think. How I'm gonna do the flange around here. So I kind of want to add a flange around the edge of the body to capture the bottom half of this, because obviously the bottom half is sticking a bit out. Plus it adds a little bit more detail. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that. Let's do. Because it kind of should be even all the way around, right? It should be even all the way around. And I don't... Let's hop back up the body and see. So... yeah, I kind of need this line right here. This tangent line right here. Yeah, okay. So I'll just come in this side then, because we're keeping everything square. Intersect. Toss this tangent here. And then we want... yeah, let's pull up that plane. Thruster plane. Is that the one we want? Again, the opening right here. Yeah, that should be parallel. That's supposed to be parallel at any rate. So let's project that out. And go parallel to that. No, not parallel to that. Huh. This is more or less right here. I'm just trying to figure out what I am missing here. See, that looks right to me, honestly. And it's fine that the it's a little off center here. Or I guess that doesn't quite look right to me. I guess we have a little bit too much on the one side. Yeah, that's too much there. So 32. I'm assuming it's because of the offset plane on the bottom just being an arbitrary 10. So I'm assuming that I have to do math in order to figure out what this should be because of the offset plane being right here. Or I guess right here-ish. And it was 8. Ended up at 8, not 10. So I think this is just where we're at. I'll delete this because it's not really necessary at this point. Just gonna eyeball it up to get it done. Plane and angle 90, and this is, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with a loft here is what I'm thinking. So top of thruster capture loft. And where is my plane at? Right there. Yeah. I guess I intersect. And then do that. Or actually, no, don't do that, because it's supposed to be pretty darn close. Like, it should be really hugging it. Okay. And then, let's see. Let's look at the other sketch really quick. What if I do this? Yeah, I think that's correct there. Toss this in and then get this guy there. There, and there. Okay, so that will be the bottom loft line. And we can change this to planes because it's both of them. And an angle 90. Intersect. Okay. Turn the other sketch off. Top of thruster capture. Loft. Bottom of thruster capture. Loft. And same thing. And turn some stuff off so I can see what I'm doing. And this can be a bit wider because it's a loft. And there we go. Actually, I guess just make all that because we're going to loft it up separately. Cool. So there we go. So we're lofting this on up to here. And if I can, I'd like something, maybe not that one. There we go. Yeah, I wanted it a little bit concave. Body. Oh, that did not work out. Okay. Let's see. In that case, because we okay. Okay. Huh. Let's see. This line. So the problem here is that this line needs to actually be past this midpoint is my problem. So that is what's going wrong here. Which connection points are you? Okay, good. That's good. Nope, that was wrong. Alright, there we go. So this actually needs to be back some. And parallel to that, we hit finish. And that is incorrect for some reason. Let me actually intersect this body instead. See where that is at. Okay, that's there, so we're still good there. Let's just set this for 2 for right now and see what happens. No, 2 is still going to be outside. That is silly. Okay, in which case let's delete that and just keep this intersect, because that's the biggest it can be at this point and not look silly. So, finish. Loft. That, and direction here. And turn that on. And join. Yeah, there we go. We got it. We got it. Now let's turn this on really quick. See how that looks. Yeah, as expected. Cool. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And then we can go ahead and toss this in and hit the combine button. That, and keep tools. And cut. I did hit the keep tools button, right? That, and keep tools. Oh, new component. Whoops. Keep tools. Alright, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's change how that looks really quick. Just to differentiate it. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Cool. And now we circle pattern. Circle pattern. Components. Thruster. Around our axes. 3 times. Yes, exactly. And then we circle pattern. Features. Loft. Around the axes. Okay. There we go. Cool. And now I'm just going to move this back here and change this to be all these guys. There we go. That's better. Oh, shoot. Okay, okay, okay. I just realized. Yeah, you see how it's not hollow on the inside? Move this all the way to the end. There we go. Much better. Alright. Alright, our bot can now fly. That is good. Fly and swim, etc. So. We evidently lost our gold on top. I guess that's a thing. Thruster capture plane. Why are you not constrained? Body. Oh, this guy goes all the way down here. And I guess I'll just make you equal to you. And midpointed on there. There we go. And now we're constrained. And I am happy. Alright. Now, the interesting part is these are scout bots, but in our game, they are supposed to bring stuff back. And bring stuff back involves both harvesting and potentially killing stuff and carrying it all back. So that's the difficult part. Who arms on this thing? So I'm thinking we're not gonna go with traditional arms. Actually, there's a couple things here. One, maybe I move the antenna up a little bit more to give ourselves space. That seems to make sense. So minus 15, nope, the wrong way. 5. And then that's going to wreck that, yeah. So let's fix that really quick. And I guess I delete that, set this guy to 18 instead. Delete that, set this guy to 2 instead. And this guy on the right hand side has to match that guy now. And then we can delete these two guys. That guy has the center point on it, so we got to move that somewhere else. And click that, and there we go. So that is updated, but yeah, it's still a little big, so we do need to shrink it down. 16, let's try that. See how that looks. That does not look okay. Alright, delete all that and try it again. Okay, so we're still a little big for our 1mm, so let's change it to 0.5 because that will fit. Hit finish, and then not that one, no. That one. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Alright, so we give ourselves a little bit more room on the body. Let's see. So I'm thinking maybe put some blasters on the front. So this is the front. Is there any technical advantage to putting them here instead? So in between these two thrusters. No, actually it's probably better on the front because it can assuming if the blasters have kickback, then it can position itself like this so that it has the two thrusters in the back, helping to overcome that. And that's assuming it has kickback. We have not determined that yet. But let's see. So question is, what kind of blasters do we have? So if they're kinetic blasters, I kind of don't think that they should be kinetic blasters just because that's resources and we're trying to power these guys completely off of battery power. So that would mean, actually, that could mean a couple things. One, maybe they don't have blasters, maybe they have physical melee weapons so that they do not consume as much energy. That is a possibility. The other thing is that if they have non-kinetic weapons, then we don't really need to draw a traditional barrel, so to say. So that's an interesting other idea. So. How do I feel about melee weapons? And what kind of melee weapons would an autonomous bot have? So the biggest problem with melee weapons is that these guys are pretty fragile, right? They're not exactly tanks. So they don't necessarily want to be in melee combat. So I guess we are going with blasters. I kind of don't want to do round blasters. So how do we feel about square blasters, rectangle blasters? The other question, so it would be more resource intensive to put blasters all the way around the mech. So we probably don't do that. So in theory, the mech doesn't really care what direction it's facing. It's omnidirectional. And therefore it could just have blasters on all sides, you know, just an array of blasters wrapping all the way around. That's an idea. However, that does consume a lot of resources, and we're trying to survive in space. So I think we do have just blasters on the front here. Yeah, I think that's where we're at. So let's see. Okay. There is another interesting idea. I was just thinking about it, and back to we need to gather stuff as well as kill stuff. So it would be interesting to have a mechanical focusing lens, I think. Although it may not be visible, but are we giving our robot glasses is the question. Kind of like the idea. I kind of like the idea. So, in that case, they would not be square. They would still be round. I guess we start out. Turn this off. Does it need more than one blaster? I just imagined it as two blasters, but maybe it's just Cyclops blaster. Because again, we're trying to make this cheaper. So, new component. I think it's Cyclops blaster. Where do we put it is the next question. I kind of feel like it should be on center. Yeah. So there's a couple things, right? It could be on center. It also could be a ball shape, just like these guys, to allow it to... Nah. Okay. I'm actually... Nah, okay. Shoot. Okay. I know I keep on saying okay. So, here's the deal. Here's what I'm thinking. For gathering stuff, you kind of... So, again, because of kickback, I was just thinking about putting it right here, which would be interesting, right? To put it in top right here. So, when it's fighting stuff, it's kind of facing towards it. Now, the biggest problem with that is that it exposes the antenna to the enemy, which is a bad idea. The second bad part is that then when it's trying to gather stuff off the ground, it's kind of upside down, right? We rotate this like this, and it's trying to gather stuff. I mean, if it's positioned, I wouldn't make it a fixed position is what I ultimately came up with. So it's kind of, you know, facing straight down almost. Not quite at this angle, but you get the idea. So it can't really go there. So in that case... I guess we do just put it dead center. It's less interesting, but it kind of is what it is. Because we don't necessarily have any other options. It doesn't necessarily make sense up here. So if we put it down here, if we put it down the bottom here, then as the robot is fighting, it's... Nah, it's dead center. Back to exposing the thrusters. One of those things. The thrusters, I don't know how sturdy those exactly are. So I'm not really sure I want to expose them to the enemy by putting it down here. So yeah, we're just going to put it dead center. That way the least amount of material is exposed. The round body should hopefully deflect some incoming etceteras. Hopefully. So that's where we're at. Intersect. This will be the bottom of our loft. I think. Nah, I was gonna do fixed. But it needs to be cylindrical. For the lenses. Actually, it doesn't necessarily need to be cylindrical on the outside. Just to spice up the image a little bit. Let us see. Yeah, maybe I don't do a loft. Although I maybe put this in still just to get myself a reference plane. And what I'm thinking is... Let's get this reference plane in here right now. That is going the correct direction. I'm thinking of doing not a hex, but a pentagram. Where's my sides? There's my sides. A penta here. And then coming off of that further out, we can have our circle. Oh, no. Okay. I'm getting interesting ideas finally. Do this. Can I get bigger, please? 8. Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. Finish. And actually, go back there. And let me get the intersect here, because I am going to chop off another section. Thank you. Distance all. Oh, I guess I gotta be up here in the body for that. Distance all. Flipperoonie. Okay. Flat section, and then back in blaster. What I'm thinking is... can I not offset plane? Alright, there we go. I'm gonna loft this out so that it's a focusing, kind of like the Death Star is kind of what I was thinking. Kind of have all the lasers focus out from the edges of the back polygon to a forward focusing lens. Obviously they came forward to just a point is how they worked in Star Wars, but here, alright, that is entirely too big. There. Here we'll have an actual focusing lens, I think. we'll see how this looks. Project out. That guy. Okay. And get myself a reference circle to be concentric with. Today I learned that you need 3 points to get concentric with a pentagon. Good to know. Concentric. And this, I'm thinking like small, relatively small. Okay. Finish. And loft. Let's see what loft looks like. Stop it. There we go. And let me turn this to glass, is what I was thinking. Having this be glass. Let's look at the rest of the body with it. Yeah, see, glass in Fusion is way too clear for me. I guess I want something more like an acrylic, but let me look at... Yeah, okay, cool. I'm down with that. Cool, and now... how are we going to attach the focusing lenses is a good question. Now that I've done this... The same way you attach regular glasses, just put big old ear stems, arms going all the way back to the edges of the head. Yep, exactly like that. Yeah, okay, I think I am going to go ahead and build a frame out around this. So let's back this up. And I'm being sloppy here. I'm not really naming stuff in the past couple minutes. Just because I kind of... I don't know, I kind of want to keep on rolling. And I feel like I'm rolling a little bit right now. And this is one of those things. It's not as clear cut as the things I normally do. So, finish. I'm just kind of letting the juices flow right now. Join. And 1.5. 1. Okay. Cool. And probably not that far back, I'm thinking. In that case. There we go. That's much more what I was thinking in my head. So there's that, and then we can go out 1 millimeter here. Whoops, missed. Project out our circle from the other one. Not that guy. That guy. There we go. Keep ourselves concentric. And actually project out this guy too. Actually, that's the only guy we really needed, right? We actually didn't need this other guy. Turn this stuff off. There we go. And let's go. Let's see. How are we going to do this? 2. 2, and then I wanted to actually just come straight out is what I was thinking, like 2, like that. The next thing is obviously the rest of the frame, which I guess I will start on the side here and intersect. Okay. Turn some stuff off. Yeah, that will be part of the body frame. I think. Yeah, it will be. Okay, now we need to kind of go tangent to this, connect, and I guess so. Maybe the midpoint. Maybe the midpoint. And there. All right. And the next thing is I wanted these to be round, not square. So let's drop this in here, that in there. Make that parallel and that to, yeah, I guess just that. And let's try revolving this one too, just since we've been using revolve a bit today. That was actually not what I wanted. Bodies. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that looks actually about right. So if I join here, yeah, that looks right. All right, cool. Now, just a very simple circular pattern, right? And I want 5. I want 5 because we're on 5 right now for the hex in the middle there too. So there is that. So that is the frame that then attaches to the blaster's focusing lens. New component, focusing lens. We will leave the E off the end there. There we go. And project that. Now, really quick, I'm just gonna project this. I'm just gonna extrude this out for a hot second. And actually, we'll also distance to object that, and new component. Lens holder and lens, and then what else do we got for glass? Let's see. Do we have red? Yeah, we have red. Cool. Nice, 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 nice. Actually, probably not red, right? Probably not red because red absorbs, I'm thinking, because we're expecting a red laser. Yeah. Bronze colored. Sounds good to me. So let's come back up here and look at this really quick before I actually do anything with that focusing lens. Yeah, the only thing I am, well, there's two things. One is, does it just go on a screw? Is it just a screw-on lens? Is the first question. The second question is, how is it operated? What is the motor type on this thing? We got black oxide. Cool. There we go. Now there's actually a fourth problem. I realize I was only on 1 and 2 so far. I'm going to skip problem number 3 for right now and just go to problem number 4. Problem number 4 is that I kind of had it in my mind that it might be fun to print this guy out. But these sizes, which is why I started at 50 millimeters right here, because I figured 2 inches is kind of an okay size, but all these features down here are much smaller, so I don't normally scale stuff up, but hopefully I'll be able, on the print bed. I normally don't scale things up on the print bed in the slicer, but hopefully I'll be able to do that to get this actually printed. The next thing to note is that when printing this, I mean, there's actually a lot of features. So this, I guess, gets printed upside down at this point. Gets printed upside down. And then this feature right here, honestly, should probably be its own body just so that I can print it separately. Although it is a really obnoxious thing to print. It may actually be better for me to get rid of these spokes when I'm printing. Suppress these spokes when I'm printing. And just print all this stuff separate and then use some other material like some wire or some rod or something like that to attach that mechanism. So that's where we're at. I am going to let this thing percolate for a minute and move on to something else. So we got a laser thing that can be used to cut down foliage and to kill stuff. So that is good because it's focusable, and we can also modulate the power inside. So we now need to gather stuff up. We also need eyes, but that's one of those things. Sensors somewhere, you know, that's kind of hand wavy. But the whole entire gathering stuff up part. You know what? Maybe. Huh. Alright, so here's my dilemma. Maybe the gathering bots are a different breed of bot. The game mechanics only say scout bots, period. So it doesn't indicate that there is exactly one type of scout bot, technically speaking. Although you build them one at a time. So maybe we change it in-game to scout bot fleet or something like that. Squadron. Scout bot squadron is what you build. And then that assumes gatherer bots as well. The only problem with that is that the rest of the bot right now is kind of nondescript and boring. You know, all these sides. So I kind of want to add something. Let's see. So back to sensors. On the backside we can add a trap door. And by a trap door I mean a service compartment. So that's definitely doable. So let's go ahead and do that. Body diameter divided by 2 plus or minus. Let's make it relatively small. 4. Okay. And I will intersect, but I'm not actually going to make a round hatch here. I'm going to make a square hatch because that's more interesting. I just want to use it to get my bearings. Tangent, there we go. All right, so let's see. So here's the interesting thing. I was thinking about doing this is what I was thinking about. From object, that -1. That's how I was thinking about doing this. I kind of, part of me would like to open up the robot and shell it out. I guess I could do that. So what we can do is construction line through 3 points. Yeah, 3 points. grab where do we wanna Oh, actually, you know what? You know what? We will grab all of it. Okay, never mind. We're not grabbing all of it. I guess we're not grabbing all of it. I was thinking I would go ahead and cut on the inside. And then use that to break stuff up. Okay, what if will this work? Will this work? What if I grab this from object and click the point down here in the corner? Try to get there. A little hard to get to. That, whoops, not that point. That point. Okay. Distance all. And so here's the thing. What I really want to do is I want to do an intersect, but I don't want to lose the rest of the body. Object cut. Can I do object cut? No. Okay. I kind of want to do intersect is what I want to do. But I don't want to lose the body. So there's two ways I can think of trying this. One is to extrude out a new component instead. So we go the other direction with this. So we go profile. Oh yeah, that's right. Our profile is actually part of the way in there. That's right. Okay, the second way was to duplicate this body, create a copy, and then do that operation on the duplicate. So that on. Why'd you have to be so narrow? Why did I do this to myself? There we go. From object, there. Distance all. Intersect, and then body 1. There we go. And then we can combine body 1 with body 2. Q tools. And when we get rid of this, there we go. So we have that there. We have that there. And now we can move this on to a new component. Awesome. And while we're here, we will go ahead and shell that out right quick. Yeah, again, the scale here is a bit rough. I really should have made this a bit bigger to start out with. Unfortunately, that's where we're at right now. Turn this back on, and we'll shell out the rest of the body. Actually, I take it back, and I don't know why I refocused that one. But we will not shell out the rest of the body just yet, because I want to add some more stuff on. Again, this was just a start. And actually, as just a start, we probably should put... So it's one of these difficult things, right? Because if I scale this up on my printer, these bolt holes, if I want to put these bolt holes in here, then that becomes difficult. So I am going to tackle that later. We are going to come back to that, just like the lens in front. And the lens in front, Scaling the lens in front actually isn't that big of a deal because the threads will both the inside and outside threads should scale at the same rate, no problem. So I don't see that being a problem. The bolt holes though, my hardware in real life is only set sizes, it's not fractional sizes. So I'd have to do the math to make sure that whatever bolt hole I put on this thing, then when I scale it up, I actually have a bolt of that size. And furthermore, well, it's one of those things. Maybe I just plan on cutting into plastic, you know, just self-tapping into plastic rather than using the capture nut on this guy. Just because the capture nut itself then would be another problem with scaling up. And I don't know that the nut sizes actually increase in a linear fashion. That's not something I've ever investigated, so that's where we're at. Now, what else can we add to this bot to make him more interesting? You know what? Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't, and instead we add markings and stuff. Again, that's not something I'm going to do right now, I don't think. But when I add them to the... Well, one, meshes would be nice. Again, getting into meshing, modifying meshes and whatnot. Then I could put actual like dents and crap into the sides of these guys to differentiate them, make them look interesting. But we can also add markings to the sides, you know, an ID number on the left-hand side, let's say, and then a logo on the right-hand side. So, I actually think... let's turn the thrusters back on. And let's get some different color for the body. Let's see. What do we got for coatings? Nope. I already have chrome on the whatchamacallits. Brass doesn't really make sense. What's this look like? Oh yeah, I'm gonna lose my whatchamacallit on top. Huh. Yeah, this pearl-like color is kind of interesting. Again, the bots probably should be a bit dirty and mucked up. Is the only thing. Whoops, Control Z. Nah, I guess it doesn't make sense to have one polish and one satin. Okay, whoops, let me come back up here. And faces. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so there we go. We made a robots. A scout bot. One of the scout bots. Which means that we're going to have to make other scout bots. Because this one can't do anything. I also wanted to make repair bots anyway, so I was planning on doing more bots. But here he is. Again, he's a little too clean for my tastes for surviving in space on limited resources. But we will attempt to fix that in post-production. So that's where we're at. Control S. Saved. And as for the bolt holes and whatnot, and the screw thing up here, I don't actually need to figure that out technically until I want to actually print it. So, actually, you know what? I guess if we're not adding anything else to the sides, we could shell this out right now. Nah, I'll wait. I'll wait because again, if we're gonna add the bolt holes to the sides, or the bolt holes to the back plate, then I want to put something for them to hook into. So that is that. Although I could just put bolt holes. So back to as a 3D printed model, I don't know that there's necessarily any reason for me to have this actually open up, aside from just being nifty. The having this guy up here, the lens, rotate, be on a thread and be able to be rotated is also nifty. But that's niftier, so that's something I'm more willing to actually invest a little bit more time into figuring out. The back patch, though, just looking inside and seeing how badly it printed because it's all overhangs, doesn't really seem like a good idea. So maybe we do not do that. Maybe we yeah, maybe we actually delete these. Or maybe if I print it, I just roll back here. Right? Just roll back here and then get the model before, or back there rather. There we go. So roll back to there and get the model before we actually cleared all that stuff out. That's an idea. So we got a random sketch on. There we go. Focusing lens. That is our scout bot for right now until I get more better ideas. And it's one of those things, as we do bots, maybe I decide to change the theme up a little bit more. Again, I came into this without much of a theme in mind, but I'm thinking a relatively simple bot is a good idea, which is what this is. Again, the fact that it's all chrome and nice looking can be just fixed in Photoshop. So, and by Photoshop I mean GIMP, but beyond that, I think this is where we're at for the time being. Unless I wanted visible sensors on it. Yeah, that might be an interesting idea. Huh. So what I'm thinking is popping back and around the laser beam, actually putting a red ring around. That's an idea. Yeah, alright, let's do that. Okay. I am adding one more thing and then we'll be done. So, new component, sensor, and this is a magical, mystical sensor that I have no idea how it works, for the record. Let's see. Where was this one? Because I did not name anything. So not either of those two. Not that one. Oh no, it might be that one. Yeah, it is that one. Okay, cool. I was gonna say, it didn't really make sense that it wouldn't be that one, so 1.5. Okay, so there's that. And then let's go with 2. Nah, let's just go with 1 for right now because that should make a decent amount of difference. So. Yeah, okay. Control Z, Control S. And by Control S, I mean just S. Intersect the body. So there is that. So that's going to be the inside. No, actually, project. Control Z, Control Z. Project out this ring, I guess. And I hit escape instead because of course I did. That concentric to that. And then bring you out a millimeter or 0.5 millimeters. Okay. Yeah. Like, that is what I'm thinking. Okay. And then... okay. Actually, maybe I don't need that second plane after all. So let me... Since we just used that, what you call it? Create copy. And does that create that down here in sensors? It looks like it does. Okay, cool. Since we just did that other trick, I'm thinking... Distance all. We try this again and see how well this works. Intersect. Bodies. Sensor body. Yes. Okay. Turn that back on. We're going to make this red. Where did I use red glass? I think it's just in there. Yeah, red glass shouldn't actually be in my design because I replaced it with the bronze glass. Right? I didn't use it anywhere else. So, let us combine that with that. Keep tools. Okay. Huh, you really can't see the red glass there. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, that's really difficult to see it right there. As is so. Let's see what else we got for red. Red acrylic. Nope, they don't really help. Let me unassign and delete. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's... Huh. That's funny. Can I remove all appearances? I recall looking this up before, and I think... Where was this? Where did it... Removing all appearances was in... Modify manage materials. Nah, not that one. So maybe it was physical materials. Huh. I want to unassign this. Oh, you know what? We can just hit Control Z. Undo appearance. Okay, cool. There we go. Now let's change this to anodized aluminum. There we go. And then we hop back up here and combine. Huh, that is hilarious. Why is it doing that? My best guess is that somehow these are not the same size, and therefore it's not actually cutting all of that. That is best guess. Let's turn the sensor off. Nope, nope, that's definitely there. So why is the sensor see-through? That is very much odd. Texture map controls. Huh. Alright, quick Google check. Fusion 360, remove all appearances. Let's just do that to get us back to a, what you call it? Nope, that doesn't help. Huh. So it's funny, I could have swore there was a different menu to go through, but I'm not seeing it right now. So let us delete, unassign and delete. Delete. I wonder if this is just a hiccup in Fusion. Is actually my idea right now. Fusion just being derpy? Yeah, so if I go into sensor, it's solid. So Fusion may just be going derpy on me. Unless there's something else that I'm missing here. Let's turn that plane off for now. No other planes on there. Okay, so there we go. There's that. And then I go into body and... Oh! Sensor ended up in the wrong... There we go. That's what happened. Okay. Easy. The next thing I wanted to do actually was put some designs on this. Circle pattern around some design. So let's just get that done really quick. Sketch, or not sketch, construction planes. And I decided I didn't actually need this guy, so let's just grab that one, project out that, and then I was thinking about putting some slots into it. Let's turn some stuff off so I can see what I'm doing. We turn that off. And grab the center point right here. There we go. And then just get you guys quinky dinked. And that guy. Okay. Body. From object. I want to do this. Actually, I guess I can do this from the back. I guess that's fine. No, I can't. I will. Okay, yeah. I understand what the problem is. How do I get around this? I guess the way I get around this is actually by coming back here. So let's back one and then forward one and giving ourselves a little bit of a lip. You don't want to join? Are you sure? Yeah, that's hilarious. Why? Yeah, just like that. Okay. Okay, Fusion. Okay. Now let's try this. That profile from object there and 0.1. Oh, okay. I thought it was breaking because it was just cutting through the object in the back, but it is not. Minus 0.1. Huh. Let's see. Oh, okay. Maybe. It's possible that... Let's control Z a little bit. That it's misunderstanding what I want. So let's grab the plane in front of that one, which is that one. Project out that. Do this again. I don't know why I did all that. That was a little bit silly. This is perpendicular. This goes up there. Don't do that because you're clicking things that I don't want you to click. Okay. Thank you. There we go. Almost there. Midpoint. Click. 1. I did 0.1 last time, right? I think I'm gonna go 0.5 instead. And let's turn you back into the correct. There we go. Alright, now let's try this. Yeah, this should be object there. Minus 0.1 or 0.1. Huh, no, you still don't like it, huh? I guess maybe just because it's at an angle. Yeah, I mean, this is not what I want right here. I was just kind of trying to project down onto the, but it doesn't appear to be taking. So, nope, can't just do anything without just doing that. Alright, I am at a little bit of a loss at the moment, so let's consider our other options then in that case. Which would be to do this. Control Z. Control Z. Let us come in here and do this. This will effectively give me the same effect that I was looking for. And I guess I need one vertically. Uh, 2040, no, 15. There we go. 15, make that, hit OK, and change this to that. Whoops, nope, not that. Okay, and then come back up here to the master timeline, roll back, and create pattern, circular pattern, that feature around, we're still centered on that, and then 360 divided by 30 is 12. There we go. Huh, okay. Try that again. Circular pattern. Oh, let me hop into sensor first. Pattern, circular pattern. That. Actually, you know what? I'll use this ring instead. 12. And optimize. There we go. Oh, what did I duplicate? Okay, I did that. Am I okay with that? Yeah, actually, I think I am okay because this is what I was trying to get. I was just trying to get this segmented look. So, obnoxious as it is... actually. Okay. Let us sketch it. No. Back here. Hit this. Turn the body off. There we go. Hit this and this for minus 0.05. Okay. Hit that circular pattern. And actually, I want bodies. This guy, please. That body. Okay. There we go. So there's that. And then I'm going to combine the previous idea I had, which was grab that and that. And I guess just like 3. No, 1. 1 is fine. And join. And now we're back down to one body with all these segments. And then we can come up here. And this should... Trying to scroll. Obviously not working. Turn that body on. So far so good. Let's turn that sketch off. Turn this body off. And... Okay, let's do this really quick then. In that case, grab that, distance all, flip it around, and that gets rid of all that stuff. Oh, except for those two guys. There we go. Alright, cool. There we go. There we go. So there's the magical sensor array. Yeah, okay. Alright. I am calling it now. Okay, we've designed a scout bot that I can now use in thumbnails and potentially print out in the future. Took us an hour and over 45, well, no, less than 45 minutes. Less than an hour and 45 minutes because I did like a 5-minute intro. So, in the intro I already told you guys everything that was going on today. Look forward to it. And, yep, I think that's everything I would say. So, thank you guys for watching, if you have been, and as always, have a great, wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at in the world. And I will catch you next time.